What's good, collective? Welcome back to my channel, Melanin Intuition Tarot. My name is Ezekiel. I am a intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to yet another pick a card reading with me today. Um, I think I did this topic maybe 2 months ago ish. Um, I really enjoyed this topic because we're all on this, journey in life and, self discovery and self love and spirituality and all this other stuff. But oftentimes we can get so caught up in, doing all of this work, this inner work, and we don't always, take time to reflect and see, like, okay, what am I doing right? It's easy to look at what we're doing wrong or what we need to improve on, but sometimes we need that, encouragement of what are we doing right? What are we doing good at? So I think I'm gonna do this type of reading often. I look at this as a bit of an energy scan or energy what is it, an energy check in. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed. I do this for myself often because again, we can get too caught up in the what we need to improve on or what do we need to change. But it's good to hear, like, what are we actually doing well at? What are we doing good at? Um, but yeah, that's going to be the topic today. What are you doing well at? Um, but yeah, we have three groups here. Group number one here with this oyster card. Group number two here with this hyena card. And group number three here with the hawk card. Again, group one, group two, and group number three. Make sure y'all are choosing with your intuition so that way you're choosing the group that will resonate with you the best. Pause the video if you need more time to kind of tap in and tune in to um, what group calls out to you the most. Feel free to choose more than one group if you feel called to do so. But yeah, again, group one, group two, group three. When you're ready to go to your designated reading, check out the comment section below, and the timestamps to your group will be pinned there. Um, yeah, hope y'all are staying safe, staying well. I'll see y'all at your designated reading. Peace out. All right, what's good? Group number one, for those of y'all who are drawn to the oyster card here, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into what are you doing well at? Um, so you got the oyster card, which is associated with water element. So you can be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or have those placements prominent in your chart. You don't have to. Keep in mind these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. Let's see. The one thing that's coming through, especially with this water element, this water energy coming through, is two things I'm hearing is intuition, and I'm also getting patience, which the oyster card usually talks about patience. So I feel like what you're doing well at right now is you're staying patient through this transition you're going through. I feel like you're going through a lot of changes, maybe a lot of purging, a lot of releasing, but more so because the oyster energy here gives me hermit. So I feel like it's more so of like you have been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of introspection, just kind of staying to yourself, maybe a little bit more reserved lately. But through all of that, I feel like what you're doing well at is you're staying patient through all of this. And I feel like the intuition part comes in because you may not necessarily see what's ahead for you. You may not necessarily know what's ahead for you, but you feel it. You feel like something's coming. You feel the changes. If it hasn't already happened, but you feel the changes. But it's like you're staying patient through all of it, even though it's not, for most of you, it's not necessarily tangible for you just yet. But you are staying patient and you're staying consistent and diligent through this hermit process and this process of, I'm hearing recalibration. So it's kind of like you may be timeline jumping. So you may find yourself maybe a little bit sick lately, maybe with the sniffles, maybe cold or flu symptoms. Um, Please make sure you're staying hydrated. But yeah, I feel like you're going through a lot of shifts and changes, energetically speaking. Um, and through all of these shifts and changes, which for many of you is, it doesn't feel the most comfortable. It actually, for many of you, it feels like um, it's like, what's the word or what's the analogy I'm looking for? It's like you're going through it. Let's just say that you're going through it for sure. But it's not. I feel like at first, because I feel like you're going through a big perspective shift. For a while, you were really caught up in like the emotions of these changes, and you allowed these emotions to kind of get to you a little bit. You maybe have you you may have felt a little bit frustrated, very tired, very unmotivated. But I feel like as you've kind of gone through these shifts and gone through these changes, um, you've really learned to kind of go into flow state and kind of go with the flow. Again, this water energy that you're in right now, you're in a very malleable energy. You're very flexible, very adaptable. You're just kind of going with the flow. I'm seeing a bit of a like a snake. So you may be going through a bit of a kundalini awakening for some of you here. Um, or snakes can be significant to you. That shedding out the old skin. Um, Again, like that change, that recalibration is like you're shedding old skin, and you're kind of in this energy of getting used to this new skin that you are in right now. It's kind of like also in like a video game. You know how like you may change like literally your skin or your character, or you may change characters, and maybe some characters may come with different. So I'm thinking Fortnite. I don't know why I'm thinking Fortnite. Well, I play that more than anything, but um, some characters may come with a different type of dance move. Some characters may come with a different type of emote. Um, so it's like you have to sometimes get used to these new characters, or it's even like getting a new car. You may be used to how your old car drove, but now you're in this new car. You have to now get used to how this new car drives. Um, and that's the energy I'm picking up for this group. It's like I feel like this change and this transformation has already happened, but again, like now you're just in this kind of getting used to this new timeline energy here. Let's get some tarot cards. Let's get some tarot. Let's get some shoes. Interesting. Okay, so you got the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups here. Again, more water energy. Heavy, heavy water energy here. Heavy emotions going on for you lately. Maybe this previous full moon was very emotional for you. Maybe very like lots of purging. Oh, underneath that is the Ten of Cups. Y'all may be preparing for union. Yeah, this group, y'all are preparing for union. This doesn't always have to be romantic. If you are single, you're this is definitely you are preparing for your partner, or you're about to come into union with your person. For others of you, you're definitely still coming into union with somebody, maybe some type of partnership. This could be, somebody helping you, or maybe like a mentor or a teacher for some of you. If the romantic thing doesn't, resonate with you, but I definitely feel like you have been preparing for union, a union of some sort, a very powerful soul connection. Okay, what are they doing well at? So Nine of Wands. Again, this is that perseverance energy. You have been persevering through these tough battles. And look, underneath this is the death card. So again, transformation, rebirth, renewal. So you've been going through heavy, heavy changes right now. Maybe over the past 9 months. For some of you, the past maybe 9 years, it may have been an actual like karmic cycle you had to complete. And with nine being here, you you're at the very end of this cycle. This you I mean, honestly, you've completed this. Um, Again, it's just a matter of you getting used to this new skin and this new timeline that you're in because you're no longer in this old cycle of struggle, this old cycle of having to like scrape just to get by. You're no longer having to survive. This new timeline that you're into or stepping into is one of thriving. You're about to start thriving, but what you're doing well right now is the fact that you are, for me, it's just the fact that y'all are because the Adana one is the wounded warrior. So like you've been a fucking boss through all of this, and underneath death was strength. You've been putting in a lot of strength. You've been holding in or holding on to faith. You've been holding on to, um, sorry, my stomach growling. Like this hunger, this hunger in life that you've just been craving for yourself. Um, Yeah, like I feel like again what you're doing well, which is again very cliche to say, but you've been holding on, you've been hanging in there, like you've been fighting through any obstacles, any ups and downs, any setbacks, any delays. You've been fighting through a lot of that, and you've been doing really, really well at recovering through all of that. Also, let's get some more cards. The Hangman, yeah, you've taken a perspective shift. Um, you are now enlightened, and again, this is with that Kundalini energy. Also, like some of you may have gone through a Kundalini awakening, and others of you you're currently going through that. But the Hangman or the Hanged One here talks about um, kind of taking a different perspective of life or a different perspective of things, um, but becoming enlightened due to this perspective shift. And I feel like because many of y'all have done the inner work and done the work of changing how you view life or changing how you view your circumstances, um, because of this shift in your mindset to a more positive one, because you have made this shift, this conscious effort of changing yourself and changing to become more in alignment with where you want to be in life. Now you're going to be rewarded for that. What that may be for many of you, again, is going to be a union of some sort. But again, with this hanged one here, what you're doing so well at um, is self control and um, just learning to look at things from a different perspective or a different viewpoint. If you're drawn to group number three, I haven't recorded group number three yet, but based off of the card that came out, the animal spirit card that came out, I feel like it's going to be a very similar message. So if you're drawn to that one, you can definitely check it out. If not, then don't. But anyway, yeah, the hangman here, like wow, like you've done so much introspection, group number one. Like it's crazy how much like how much inner work you have done for yourself or done on yourself. With Queen of Wands here, you have done the work of taking your power back. You're no longer giving it freely to others. You're no longer giving it freely to situations or people that don't deserve it, or um, it's just not in alignment with your highest good. And because of that, Again, you are aligning yourself with whatever it is that you're trying to manifest for yourself. And speaking of the Queen of Wands, you got the King of Wands here. So again, that union. So definitely you are preparing yourself for this divine union. You got the Magician and then the Six of Swords. So again, another thing you're doing very well at is again, like this Six of Swords is still that mindset energy here. You're because the Magician talks about manifestation here. So with the Magician with the Six of Swords, it feels like the law of attraction almost. It's like you've learned to relax. You've learned to just allow things to flow to you. You're in that energy of receiving right now. And that's what you're doing very, very well at. You're in the energy of receiving any blessings that are coming towards you. Um, yeah, you're moving into calmer waters with this Six of Swords energy. Six can be significant for you. Nine can be significant for you. I'm picking up a lot of synchronicity. So Subway can be significant for somebody here. 717 watermelon can be significant. 616, 626. Lilo and Stitch could be significant for somebody here also. Um, I'm picking up Mustafa, Mufasa, and that Lion King. I'm picking up Macbeth, apples, oranges, um, the color blue, and the color red. Okay. Those could be signs or synchronicities for some of y'all here. Roses could be significant also. A chalice could be significant for somebody here too. Ancestor altar could be significant. Luigi could be significant also. Okay, okay. A lot of those coming through, spirit. Can we can we bring this back in? Um, yeah, and I feel like through these transitions, because things are about to really speed up for you, group number one. Like it's really about to go. Like things are about to really go for you. But the reminder here with the Magician is that you have everything you need. You have all the resources that you need to move forward and be successful with whatever new journey you're about to face. And then we got 11:11 on my clock here. Um, so I have an app that sends me very random, and I usually take screenshots when I do see angel numbers. But the random fact that came up is cows kill more people than sharks. I don't know. Cows could be significant for somebody here. Sharks could be significant for somebody also. Um, but yeah, you have everything that you need to move forward. Group number one. Don't feel like you don't deserve what's coming next, what's coming towards you, or don't feel like you need more preparation. You've done the inner work. You have like it's to me it's very clear and it's very obvious that you've done a lot of work. You've been really strong through this entire change and transition. You've been really, really strong and really, really patient with this oyster energy. So enjoy this manifestation. Enjoy whatever this is or whoever this is that is coming towards you. Enjoy this new lease on life also, because again, you're going into calmer waters. You're transitioning into calmer waters. Things are about to get a lot more easier for you, group number one. And I know that's um, for some people that may sound delusional, but I strongly, 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 I don't say things that I don't truly pick up or feel, but I definitely feel like for this group things are about to get so much more easier for you. That's not to say that you won't have hard times, and that's not to say that, shit won't happen sometimes. But I definitely feel like for this group here, things are about to get so much easier than what it has been for you lately. Um, it's going to be a breath of fresh air, to be honest with you. But I was going to pull more oracle cards, but I feel like this is it. This is what I'm picking up for this group. So please let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out. All right, group number two. For those of y'all who are drawn to the hyena energy here, this hyena card, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be looking into what are you doing well, what you doing good at. So y'all got the hyena animal spirit here. This card usually talks about like fun, being witty, funny. Um, So, kind of what I'm picking up, I feel like what you're doing really well at right now is that you are enjoying the journey. I feel like you're kind of a step above group number one in a sense that y'all have truly learned like surrender and to go with the flow, and you're learning to just have fun with it. You're like, yes, life is life, but you're also not taking it too you're not taking things or maybe even a certain situation too serious anymore. You've really taken on a new lease of life or a new perspective of life. Um, and I feel like what you're doing really well at is that, again, you're learning to just have fun with it. You're learning to just go with the flow of things. You're learning, like, me stressing out about this thing is not gonna is not gonna make it any better. So why don't I just, you know, go with the flow of it? Why don't I just kind of detach from it? You're also learning detachment, the art of detachment, or the law of detachment. Um, and that is putting you in a very like playful, almost childlike energies. Like you're tapping back into your inner child is what I'm picking up. So I feel like right now you're doing very good with like inner child healing, and it's like I feel like many of you, you're not even conscious of that. Um, you're not even conscious that you are doing inner child work. Like you're doing inner child work without you even, being aware of it or taking intentional action towards it. For most of you, um, yes, I mean, for some of you, sure, you may be actively, intentionally doing inner child work, but I feel like for the majority of you, you're doing it without you even noticing it. You may have starting to feel a lot more lighthearted or just a lot more light in general. Um, a little bit more energy, a little bit more motivation. You're it may not be You may not be super clear on your path or direction, but you're starting to kind of figure things out. You're kind of starting to put the puzzle pieces together now. And through this like um, transition almost, you are again you're just learning to have a little bit of fun with it. Even like right now, I'm just kind of like wanting to play with the card, just kind of toss it around. Maybe it's my ADHD, I don't know, but um, yeah, it's like y'all are just learning to have a lot more fun with life. And because you are learning to have a lot more fun in life, the universe is going to bless you with a lot more fun experiences in life. Um, I don't know, I'm getting like a streak of good luck is coming through for many of you here, like a string of good luck. Um, and I'm hearing protection also. So many of you, you are very protected through this transition and through this like healing that you're going through right now. And you're experiencing this healing through your experiences, like through your day to day life. Even if it's the smallest thing, even if it's like what's a good example, Spirit? It's like, because I'm seeing somebody at the grocery store and they have like a shopping cart, and you know how like some people they may like stand up on on the very back of it and kind of like push themselves on the cart. You know, like to some stuck up adult, they may look at that as you being childish, but in reality, you're just having fun. Like you may find yourself doing small things like that to where it's like, damn, where did this come from? Or I didn't even think that I would want to do something childish like this. And I don't even really consider that childish. To me, I consider that fun. I still do that to this day. Um, but I can see you like doing small things like that. Um, let's get some tarot cards. Wouldn't be surprised if a page or two popped out here. You're almost in this like rebellious type of energy right now. You're just kind of doing your own thing. You're marching to the beat of your own drum, and you're learning to like not give a shit about what other people think or say about you. And as I was saying, I wouldn't be surprised if a page popped out, but you got the page of cups, which is literally like a page of like inner child, fun, creativity, like that type of energy that you're in right now. You're just kind of learning to just have fun with life. You're not being so wound up tight. You're not. You're kind of. It's like you're still holding structure, but you're kind of not taking that structure as serious as you used to. If that kind of makes sense. Like you're starting to see like, okay, a lot of this shit in life doesn't really fucking matter. Like it's not that deep. You're learning that a lot of things are just not as deep as you used to make it out to be. And I feel like that's what you're doing very, very well right now, is that you're learning to just go with it. Creativity can be significant for many of you. You may be tapping into your more creative side. Maybe you're taking a new class or a course on something. Maybe you want to take a new class or course on something. Maybe you're starting to like draw more. Maybe you even find yourself doodling more. Maybe even like if you're sitting in a meeting or something, you may find yourself like just doodling on your paper, or maybe zoning off a little bit. Kind of another thing with like the page of cups is like daydreaming, imagination. You may be in your head a lot, but in a more of a good way. You may be, and I feel like you're kind of low key manifesting things while you're like daydreaming. Is something that's coming through also. Ooh. So Ten of Pentacles came up. You're doing a really good job at staying grounded here with this Ten of Pentacles. Um, and I feel like you staying grounded and you tapping into your inner child is what's building this very strong foundation for you here. The Star. Ah, I love this energy. So yeah, this is more healing energy here. Many of you, you are healing family wounds. Because I'm seeing these two together here. So you're healing family wounds, or maybe family like generational cycles or generational curses, generational patterns you're healing and working through. Um, and one of those cycles or patterns may have to do with, maybe taking a traditional route. Maybe, in your family that you're used to everybody being more traditional, versus you're kind of going things a different way, or you're going about life, or you're building your foundation up in a different way than how people in your family have. Um, so I feel like for this group here, a really big thing that you're doing well with is you are just, again, you're marching to the beat of your own drum. You're kind of going about life in a way that feels more natural to you and more natural to um, like your motivation, how you feel called to do things. And because of that, I definitely see with this Ten of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles, you are building such a strong foundation that is going to leave a very wealthy and very stable legacy for generations to come. You're paving a way for people, or for souls coming up in your family line and your lineage, to know and understand, like, hey, there's a different way of living life. There's a different way of going about things. I don't have to, if I don't want to go to college, I don't have to go to college. I can build me a successful career based off of me going out and gaining experience. I don't have to have this degree. I don't have to go get my doctorate degree. I can um, go about things in a different way. It may be a longer way for some of us, but it's a different way altogether that still leads to this success and this abundance. I see you. Also, one thing you're doing well with too is that you're using your resources very well right now. You're being very resourceful. You're not overdoing things. You're being very resourceful right now. It's kind of a thing that's coming through for many of y'all too. But again, like going back to the family thing, I definitely feel like y'all are um, like you're building up such a strong foundation that the generations that are coming up are going to be able, because also noticing how on this moon here there are two sides here, so there are different paths. You're helping the generations that are coming up, and even the generations that are already here. You maybe even inspiring older people in your family to like go about things. Like, don't be surprised if like some people in your family start like getting divorced, and like certain family structures are like crumbling a little bit. It's not a negative thing. It's more of like, hey, I no longer feel like I have to be in this loveless marriage because of expectations set to me by parents and grandparents. If I want to go run off, if I want to leave my husband and go run off with my lesbian lover, I can go do that. It's that type of energy to where it's like you're inspiring other people to like live life of their own volition and what they feel is what's best for themselves, and not going based off of what other people want or expect out of them. So it's like you're leading group number two. You are a leader, and it's not leading in a traditional sense. It's leading through example. It's leading through you living life, and living life in your own way, in your own authentic way, that is inspiring others. And through your inspiration, really it's just you being yourself. It's real, again, like I was saying before, like y'all are doing healing work, inner child healing, and all this other healing, and you don't even know that you're healing. So it's like you're inspiring others, and you don't even know that you're inspiring others. And all of this is just through your everyday actions, and just you going with the flow, and you listening to your intuition. You're leading generations to know that there are multiple paths in life. There's not just one singular one. If you especially if y'all were brought up in like a religious household, or religious families, like you're no longer, many of you've kind of left that religious mindset behind, which you've done a great job of healing through that. And you're kind of letting that structure, that sort of one way of living life type of mindset behind, and you're kind of living life in a more spiritual sense. And again, through you just living life in your own authentic way, others are seeing and noticing that, and they are inspired by that. So you're leading through example, which is amazing. Because many of you may have heard in readings like, oh, you're a leader, um, and you may have thought like, I don't want to be a goddamn manager like that. And it's not, for some of you, sure, you may, when it comes to your career, you may lead also, but I feel like leading for this group here is more of through your actions. And it's funny, underneath the King of Pentacles is the Three of Wands. So you're helping to expand people's minds. You're offering expansion to others. Um, Again, through your example, through you going out and taking action on your dreams, your visions, your goals in life, through you going out and setting sail on different adventures, which is the Three of Wands energy, you are inspiring others to do the same thing. That's what you're doing very, very well at right now, group number two. So don't let anybody make you feel like you're less than. Don't let anybody make you feel like you have to conform, or that you have to do things one specific way or live life in one specific type of way. You are doing what you're meant to be doing just by you living and just by you going about your day to day life. So just keep on doing that. Like, honestly, just keep on doing what you're doing, and you're good. Like, literally, you are good. Is there anything else, Spirit? I had a whole other deck here that I was going to pull some more oracle cards from. But similar to group number one, I'm not picking up anything else. I feel like I got the point across with just these few cards here. Um, so yeah, I hope I said something that resonated with y'all. So please let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next reading. Peace out. All right, last but not least, for those of y'all who are drawn to um, this Hawk card, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into what are you doing well? What you doing good at? What have you been a rock star at lately? So, Spirit guys, this is for group number three. Group number three. What is group number three doing well at? So you got the Hawk card here. I believe this is air energy. Some of y'all can be air signs. What is it? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This can be your signs or somewhere in your chart, or honestly just the energy that you're in right now. What I'm picking up from the Hawk card is intuition. So I feel like many of you, you have really learned to really listen and hone in on your intuition here. It's like you're seeing things from a different perspective. If you were drawn to group number one, check that out. Feel like I'm feeling a very similar message. But I feel like you have made a conscious effort to shift your mindset or shift the way that you view things, or viewing maybe a certain situation, or viewing just life in general. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. But I feel like there's been a shift in your mindset here. Um, and due to this shift, you have learned to like really go within and to really trust your gut on things. It's like you're no longer in this energy of doubt. You're now in this energy of not even like you're sure on things, because I mean, for some of you, like whatever it is that you're manifested may not have come in just yet. That's not for everybody. That's for some of you here. But you are learning, like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna have faith through it all. I'm gonna still keep on doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna trust that the universe or God or whatever has my back. So this whole shift that you've made, um, something about a uncrossing. So maybe some of y'all have done like some type of uncrossing spell work, or maybe even like a road opener of some sort. Um, but I feel like at first you felt very stagnant, or you felt very like contained, or you felt like you couldn't move any or go anywhere. But with this bird energy here, it's like now, because of this shift, this change that you've made internally, you now feel more free. You feel like, what's the phrase, the world is your oyster now. And I just got a affirmation. So the affirmation that just came through on my phone just sends me random affirmations throughout the day. It's also 11:38. That could be significant for somebody here. I guess I can share it, but it says, "I refuse to allow others to disregard my boundaries." So some of you, for many of you, what you're doing well is that you're setting healthy boundaries with others, and you're standing firm on that. You're in a very like unbothered energy. Like it feels very unbothered. Like you feel, even like watching this reading, you may just be watching it just for confirmation, but like you've kind of gotten to a point to where like you're not, you don't really give a shit. Like you don't really care. Like you, and it's not that you don't care about things or care about people or care about yourself. It's more so of like, again, you've just learned to like let go and just go with things. Like you're not worried about how, when, where, or why. You're just, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If somebody talks shit about me, they talk shit about me. If they, if somebody hates me, then they hate me. Like you're in that energy of like I'm living life now. Like I'm not letting others, or maybe even others' opinions, um, trump how I feel about myself, or how I take action or make certain decisions for myself or for my life. You're in a very like, you're in a much more open and receptive energy now than you were before. Let's get some tarot cards. What are they doing well, Spirit? What is group number 3 doing well? What is group number 3 doing well? And I feel like that's really great because for a really long time you've been in much more of your masculine energy, like the energy of just go, 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 organization, structure, discipline, like that type of like masculine, manly energy. But now you're in this more feminine energy of just allowing things to flow. And masculine and feminine are just energies. It has nothing to do with gender. In case you're new, it has nothing to do with your gender or your sex. It has everything to do with the energy that you're in right now. And I feel like right now you are stepping into a more like feminine energy here. I'm gonna take that Six of Swords. So you are in a transitional period right now to where things are changing. They are. You're going through some changes. You're going through transformations. Um, this isn't happening to you. This is what I'm picking up is that these are transitions that are happening around you, and you are, um, you know, the universe sometimes like to do that because it likes to sometimes test us to see how we're going to react or respond to certain things. So even though things may be happening around us, the universe wants to see like how are we going to respond to these things that are happening around us. But again, because you are in this very like go with the flow, like unbothered type of energy, excuse me, um, the changes that are happening around you are not really bothering you. For some of you, things are changing and happening around you, and you're not even aware of it. Like that's the energy that I'm picking up from this group. Like you're not even aware of some of these changes that are happening around you. It's like you're being protected from a lot of things. Also, I don't know if you know this or not, group number 3, but you're like highly protected. Like you're super duper duper protected by your spirit guides. I'm seeing this bird energy here, so you may have been seeing a lot of birds, maybe a lot of crows. I'm seeing vultures here also. Um, those are signs from your ancestors to let you know that you are on the right track. Um, I would also say too, like if you have a bird or some type of bird that flies close to you, or maybe even while you're in your car or it's outside, and you have one that flies close to you, that's your ancestor trying to communicate with you. So make sure you're kind of honing in on your intuition. What I like to do is, like, when I do see certain signs or synchronicities, I like to pause, make sure my feet are planted on the ground, and I take a couple of deep breaths and I ask, out loud, like, what messages do you want to share with me right now, or what, even if it's not out loud, especially if you're around other people. Or I may ask myself, maybe in my own mind, like, what messages are you trying to share with me right now? And whatever random things that come up for me at that moment, that's the messages that are trying to come through. So definitely try that. I would suggest that, especially again, if you're seeing a lot of birds around you lately, or a lot of animals around you. I'm seeing squirrels also. So if you're noticing a lot of animals, especially birds around you, those are signs or synchronicities from your ancestors and spirit guides. To try it. Not, I don't really pick up like a warning or anything. It's just more so of like, hey, we got messages for you. You're not paying attention. We're trying to get something across to you. So definitely start, honing in on your intuition when you're around certain signs or synchronicities, even if it's like an angel number. Like, what is it? Don't go based off of the cliche, um, meanings of certain angel numbers. Like, really find out what it means for you. Excuse me. But yeah, that's just something that's coming through here. But for sure, you're going through a lot of changes and transitions right now. But what you're doing well with it right now, what you're doing well at right now, is that you are not allowing things to get to you. You have a very protective boundary, and it's funny that boundaries. The affirmation was talking about boundaries, but you have this active barrier of protection around you, from your ancestors and spirit guides, that's kind of protecting you from any bullshit that's trying to get to you, or any setbacks or delays, especially if it's coming from other people, maybe some evil eye from others. I'm feeling really itchy right now, so maybe your skin is, you may be feeling a little bit itchy lately with your skin. Make sure you're hydrating yourself, and also make sure you're cleansing yourself. For some, it could be, a sign of, your body just kind of getting acclimated to this new timeline. And for others of you, sometimes when your skin is really itchy, that could be like a spirit attachment, like a demonic attachment, or like a malicious energy that's attached itself onto you, especially if you're having a little bit of pain in your back or in your neck area. So definitely, if that resonates, then please make sure you are cleansing yourself and cleansing your home and cleansing your space really, really well. Because you may have something or somebody who's wanting to attach to you, or go along with you on this journey that you're about to set off on. Traveling could be significant for many of you also. You may be getting ready to travel somewhere soon. Justice. What you're doing very well at right now is you're doing well with balancing things. You're doing well with balancing, um, all these different areas and aspects of your life. An itchy scalp could be significant also. But anyway, very significant here of, again, more air energy here. A lot of air energy popping up in your reading today. So maybe a lot of communication that's about to come through. Maybe you have also been communicating. Maybe you have been, setting those boundaries and setting expectations, um, and just communicating in general with others, which I feel like you're doing very, very well at. Um, but again, I feel like for the most part here, you are doing very good at balancing, life. And you may feel like, I don't know, I'm still broke, or I'm still struggling with this or with that, or I still don't have the job that I want, I still don't have the car that I want, I still don't have the partner that I want. Regardless of that, you are doing a very well job at balancing things. Um, Yeah, the full energy here at the bottom of the deck. So again, that goes back to this hawk energy here of you just kind of going with the flow of life and just kind of flowing freely. You're not letting things get to you as much as you used to. You become a lot more balanced emotionally and mentally here also. Especially mentally, if you've been struggling with like your mental health lately, I definitely see that improving for you. Um, but yeah, something significant about travel, maybe traveling for work for somebody here. Hmm. Maybe a court situation could be balancing out for you also. I didn't pull this deck for the other two groups. I actually planned on it, but I kind of got everything I needed to get across. But I am feeling drawn and led to pull a card or two from this deck. What are they doing well? What is group number three doing well? What messages do you have for them? Grounding, get quiet, stay present. Now is not the time for detachment. Get centered on your body's awareness. Doing so will create the stability that you desire. So I feel like what you're doing well with right now is staying grounded or staying planted in your like current reality. You're again, you're not being easily shaken up right now. And that's great because maybe you were a people pleaser in the past, or maybe you allowed other people's opinions to kind of um, affect your decision making, or affect how um, confirmation with the text notification there. Um, but again, you're staying grounded here. You're no longer allowing things to affect you. You're setting healthy boundaries here. You're staying protected. You're not in a guarded energy. Again, you're more in a protected energy. You're not allowing just any and everybody into your energy field right now, which is great. Um, but yeah, keep on doing that for sure. Patterns, be your own witness. Notice situations that are repeating themselves in your life. Release any beliefs about your past so that you can see the present more clearly. Again, like you're changing your perspective, you're releasing old patterns, and you are learning to really ground yourself in the present moment. Um, Again, so that way you can see things more clearly from the present perspective. So, definitely, if you haven't been consistent with like a mindfulness practice, maybe meditation of some sort, breathing exercises, please make sure you're getting on that because that's going to help things along a lot more. I am picking up for many of you here, you may have been slacking on your mindfulness practice. So definitely that's advice and guidance here for you to make sure you're getting back on that and staying consistent with that also. You don't have to meditate for 2 or 3 hours. Meditation could be 5 or 10 minutes of your day, whether it's the first part of your morning or later at night, or maybe in the middle of your day, just to kind of recalibrate yourself. Definitely get into like a good mindfulness, um, a good mindfulness practice here. What else, Spirit? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, I feel like overall you're doing really well. Just kind of stay the course, continue to go with the flow of things. Continue to kind of march to the beat of your own drum and do your own thing. Don't allow others or societal norms or societal expectations to kind of stop you from moving forward in the way that you feel called or led to move forward. Um, you're also you're doing well at taking risk right now. Very calculated risk. Just kind of taking leaps of faith, or maybe for many of you, you're about to take a leap of faith, and I feel like that's going to pay off very, very well for you here. Maybe a leap of faith regarding some type of communication. Um, Technology can be significant here for you also. Social media can be significant. Um, I don't know. Frogs can be significant. That was very random, but a frog. Peacocks could be significant. Very interesting energy here. But group number three, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So please let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out.